Hello everyone. We have done two topics under measure of central tendency, that is mean and median. Now third topic, that is mode. Mode, first of all, meaning of mode, it is the most repeated value of the series. It means in a series the value which repeats maximum time, that will be your mode, and the sign of mode is Z or Z. You can pronounce in any way. It is a positional average. Like median, it is also a positional average, and we can locate mode with the help of graphic method, and the name of the graphic method is histogram. Now let's see how to calculate. Today we will do two series, individual and discrete series. First, individual series. So to calculate mode, we will use inspection method. Let's take one example. Individual series is a series in which x variable is given, so marks of some students are given. So we will check that which value repeats maximum time. We can see 10 is also repeating 2 times. 12 is there. It is repeating for 1, 2, 3 times. And there is no other value which repeats 2 or 3 times or more than 3 times. So the mode will be 12. So most repeated value is 12, which repeats 3 times. So therefore mode is equal to 12. So it's very simple to find out mode in individual series. The most repeated value is mode. Now if mode is bimodal, there is a node. If there is bimodal means when we have two mode. So two mode means suppose 10 also repeats one time mode. So it means 10 and 12 both repeats 3 times. So which value will be considered as a mode? So that series is known as bimodal. It means in this we have two values as mode, 10 and 12. But as per the rule, we want a single value which represents the whole data. So what we will do? We will use Karl Pearson's formula, or in case of ill-defined. Now what is ill-defined? Ill-defined means when there is no mode in the series. No mode means when there is no value which repeats more than one time. So all these values we can see, example 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, there is no value which repeats 2 times or more than 2 times. So this is known as ill-defined mode. It means we cannot find out mode. So in case of bimodal, trimodal, ill-defined, in any case where we are not able to find out mode. So what we will do? We will use Karl Pearson's formula, that is mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. So we know how to calculate median, we know how to calculate mean. So in the question where it is not possible to find out mode, we will find out first median in this series and then median. So after calculating mean and median, we will put these two values in this formula which is given by the Karl Pearson, and we can find out mode. Clear? And this formula is very important. You may get 1 mark question also. In 1 mark, you may also get this question like mode is given, mean is given, you can find out median. How? When you will put the values in this formula, you can find out third value. So with the help of this formula, if two values are given, you can find out third one, either mean or median or mode. Clear? Next is discrete series. First of all, what it means, discrete series is a series in which we have x variable with frequency. Okay, so how will you calculate mode under discrete series? We have two methods. One is inspection method, second is grouping method. So let's see. First is inspection method. So it's very easy method. Under this method, mode is the value whose frequency is highest. So let's take one example. Marks and frequency is given. We will just check that which value has the highest frequency. So we can check that 10 is the value whose frequency is highest. So you just need to find the highest frequency and its value is 10. So 10 will be your mode. Clear? So it's very easy to find out mode under discrete series with the help of inspection method. But you will not get this method. You will get grouping method, that is your second method. So 99% chances is that you will get grouping method, and it is very important method. So under this method we will make two tables. One is grouping table and second is analysis table. So let's start with the first table, that is grouping table. I have taken one example. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. Frequency is given 4, 6, 12, 7, 5 and 4. So I have taken this question. So with the help of this question, first of all we will make grouping table. So grouping table means you will make different kinds of groups. So here frequency is given. So this frequency column you will take it as first column. So under this we need to make 6 6 types of frequencies, or we can say that 6 types of different groups. So first frequency which is given, we will take it as first column. Now second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, you will draw 6 columns. Now how will you make second column? So for second column, you will make groups. First, individually we have all the values. Now you will make the pairs. You will make the groups of 2 values. So first and second, then next 2 and next 2. So I am writing here. Just it will be easy for you to learn. So 4 plus 6, 10. You will put this side because we need to make the analysis table. It will help you. So 4 and 6, the sum of these two number is equal to 10. You will write in between. Okay, the same way I am writing. Then third and fourth, the sum of these two values is 19. Clear? 5 and 4, the sum of these two values is 10. Clear? So you will write in this way. Now third column, we'll again make the groups of 2, but we'll start from the second value. It means first value will leave. We are just making different pattern of groups. First value will leave, so we'll start from the second value. Second plus 3, second plus third value 18, 4 and fifth value 12, and next we don't have any pair with 4. We don't have any other value, so we'll leave this. Clear? So we'll make group of 2, but we'll start from the second item. Clear? Second value. Now next group. So fourth column will make pair of 3. It means we'll make group of 3 items. So we'll start from the first value, first frequency 4, 6 and 12. So the sum of these 3 is equal to 22. You will write in between. Okay. The next 3, the sum of these 3 is equal to 16. Done. Now next column, that is fifth column. Now for fifth column again we will make group of 3 values, but we will start from second value. Clear? So first we will leave 6 plus 12 plus 7. The sum of these 3 values is equal to 25. Next 5, 4 and third we don't have. So we don't have a group of 3 items. So we will leave these 2 values. Clear? As it is. Now next is sixth column. So how will you make sixth column? Now again we will make group of 3 values, but first 2 values we will leave. We will start with the third. Clear? So third plus 4 plus fifth. The sum of these 3 will be 24. Next we have only 4. So we don't have a group of 3 items. So we will leave this value. Done? Clear? So in this way you will make 6 columns. I am going to repeat once. First column it is given. Second column you will make the group of 2 and you will start from the first value. Then third column again we will make the group of 2, but we will start from the second value. Then fourth column we will make group of 3 items, but we will start from first. Okay. Then next column, fifth column, again we will make group of 3 items, but we will start from the second. First you will leave. And then in sixth column again we will make group of 3, but we will start from third. It means first 2 will leave. Clear? After making these columns, second step is you will select the highest value from all these columns, from these 6 columns. So let's see, in the first column the highest value is 12. You will circle the value, highest value. And in the second column 19, and in third column 18, and in fourth column 22, and in fifth column 25, and in sixth column 24. Clear? Maybe it may happen that in one column you have 2 same values, 22 and 22. Then you will encircle both the values. Clear? Next is analysis table. Now let's see how will you make analysis table. So x values you will write here. 6 column you will make this side. Clear? We will not write the values. These values we will not write, frequency values. We just write the name of the columns. Clear? So now highest value in first column is 12. 12 lies in which column? 15. So in front of that column you will mark tick. Clear? Then in second column highest value is 19, and it is a sum of these 2 values, and these 2 values lies in these 2 columns, 15 and 20. So mark 2 tick here, 15 and 20 in front of these 2 columns. And third column highest value is 18, and it is a sum of these 2 columns. It means these values lies in these 2 columns, 10 and 15. Put mark here in the column in the front of 10 and 15. In fourth column 22 is the highest value, and it lies in 5, 10 and 15. So you will put mark here, tick here, 5, 10 and 15. Clear? In fifth column 25 is the highest value and it lies in 10, 15 and 20. So 10, 15 and 20 you will mark here. Okay. In 6th column it is sum of these 3. So it lies between 15, 20 and 25. Clear? So you will put ticks. Done? So after marking these ticks, you will find out the total tick. So in this row we have only 1 tick, and for 10 we have 3 ticks. 15 total tick 6, 3, 1 and no tick is there. So you will do the total. After doing total, so we will take highest value, that is 6, and 6 lies in 15. So therefore mode is equal to 15. That's it. Clear? So in this way you can find out mode with the help of grouping method under discrete series. Clear?